Did you see this ridiculous story out of Twitter? Where else? Carrie Underwood, who is married, by the way, to Mike Fisher. Obviously, an incredibly talented singer who does the open, I believe, for Sunday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. So we had Matt Walsh on the radio program Tuesday. And Matt Walsh did what I did. He went to Davidson County School Board meeting. I went to Williamson County School Board meeting. And he laid out the data of why it made 0 sense for kids to be wearing masks inside of schools. And the Matt Walsh anti-mask, basic, straightforward, factual data, was he shared it on social media. And Carrie Underwood ended up liking it. And then people went through Carrie Underwood's likes, and the Blue Check Brigade is now shaming her for actually having the audacity to look at data and recognize that masks don't make kids safer in any way possible. All right, let me reiterate this. Masks do not make kids safer. All right? The media doesn't spend much time on it, but everybody's focused on Texas and Florida. Did you know that Oregon and Hawaii, two of the bluest states out there with some of the most restrictive COVID regulations on the planet, are both hitting case and hospitalization highs as well? Did you know that right now also, if you compare the rate per 100,000 for both Hawaii and Texas, they are nearly identical. Hawaii and Texas. Hawaii, a super blue state. They've had a mask mandate for over 400 days. Meanwhile, Texas has done almost no restrictions. The results are the exact same. How would that be possible if masks worked? Masks don't work. Worse than that, they don't have any impact at all, and everybody lectures you with the cosmetic theater as if there is some sort of substantial difference that is going on here. The truth of the matter is the virus is going to virus. That's what the facts say. But Twitter doesn't agree with this anymore. There is no freedom of speech in the Democratic Party. If you look at data and you even like someone discussing data, they will come after you. The Blue Check Brigade doesn't believe that you have the right to share an opinion or even look at data if it is different than them. They believe 100% in orthodoxy. You have to agree with everything, and they will try and publicly shame you if you don't. Here's what I would say. I'd love if celebrities like Carrie Underwood would actually come forward and not apologize for their opinions. Carrie Underwood, by the way, is married to Mike Fisher, who went on Candace Owens' show, and all the people who are Nashville Predator fans and are super woke were really upset that Mike Fisher would go on with Candace Owens. This is lunacy. Carrie Underwood is insanely wealthy. I believe at some point you have enough money where you should feel comfortable saying exactly what you think. Every single day, I sit down for 3 hours on the radio, on this show, on the website that I run, and I say exactly what I think. You can agree or disagree with me. You can embrace it. You can think that I'm crazy. You can hate me, but I ain't changing. I'm rich. There's nothing you can do to me that's going to keep me from being rich for the rest of my life. I'm not even just rich. I'm super rich. But I already was saying exactly what I thought. Here's what I'm saying to other people out there that have been successful and are afraid of the social media mob. Don't be. They can't do anything to you. Once you have all the money that you could spend in a lifetime and more, which virtually every real celebrity does, why do you care what people say about you online? Be sure you're right, as Davy Crockett said, and then go ahead and just tell them, I don't care. We've got to push back against these crazy people, these loons, these blue check losers who believe they can police opinions in this country. They don't have any actual power. If you have power and wealth yourself, they can't do anything to you. Twitter is not real. Stand up to them and they will move on. They aren't representative of what real people in the real world think. And I'm speaking directly to Carrie Underwood right now. I hope somebody will tag her. I hope she sees this. Stand up to them. You shouldn't have to apologize for looking at data. You're a mom. I'm a dad. I argue what I think makes the most sense for my family. I care about my boys. I've got 3 of them, 13, 10, and 6, more than anything in the world. If I thought that masks made them safer, I would argue in favor of masks, but they don't. The data doesn't reflect that. It's cosmetic theater. Worse than that, we are teaching our kids to be terrified of other people and of viruses. This is not healthy, okay? Stand up to them. You're rich. What are they going to do to you? I know a lot of you out there have to work on a day-to-day basis, and you're afraid of losing your jobs. And I understand why many of you are afraid to speak out publicly, because you have mortgages, because you have to take care of your kids and your family. But we need more people with the financial resources to be able to throw middle fingers up in the air. F you money. Use your FU money to buy yourself freedom to say exactly what you believe, and know this. The vast majority of your fan base will support you. And more importantly, you will fight back against the blue check brigade and lead others to fight back against them too, because no one agrees with the blue check mafia who are constantly out there politically correct, censorious, trying to tell you what you can and can't believe, what opinions you can and cannot have. Fight them. Fight them with every fiber of your being. If you have the financial resources, stand up for people who don't have those financial resources. That's what I'm trying to do every single day, and I encourage more people to join me in doing so.